Hello, everyone. I'm Jamarlo Phillips here at the Atlanta News First Desk Plus. And today, starting today and every week, I'm going to highlight a voice in the community. This will often be a nonprofit, a community leader, or a celebrity who is right here from Atlanta. Now, today I'm highlighting the Cam Kirk Foundation. Cam Kirk, he lives in Atlanta. He graduated from Morehouse College, and his foundation has been a staple in the heart of downtown Atlanta since 2017. He's worked alongside celebrities that include Missy Elliott, 21 Savage, Future, the Migos, and the list goes on. Now, Cam Kirk, he tells me that his whole purpose is to give young artists and the younger generation a space to create a new look and sound. Go ahead and take a listen from the interview with him just moments ago. Hey Cam, how you doing?
Man, I'm blessed, man. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Thanks for joining us here at the First Alert Desk. So let's get right into it. Tell us a little bit about Cam Kirk Foundation. And we know recently you all had a stream of MLK events happening right here in the city of Atlanta, right?
Yep. So the Cam Kirk Foundation is my latest venture. Is actually my nonprofit venture. I've been doing photography. I've been working in the creative world here in Atlanta for over 10 years now. So this is like me pouring all the resources that I've gathered, all the love I've gathered, and bottling it up and giving it back to our community. So the Cam Kirk Foundation is my initiative that has a focus on impacting our community through creativity. So a lot of our major programming consists of like creative workshops. So leading up to our major conference day, where I bring in business owners. This past week we had the owners of Slim and Huskies. We have Wayno, who's the vice president of A&R at Quality Control Records. We had one of the co-founders of LVRN. We had Lene Vinny, who is one of the, I guess I really say one of our generation's best voices, and she's just amazing. We had a bunch of special guests there, and we had over 200 young individuals volunteer and do community service with us just to be able to attend the conference. So it's a really special thing where they get educated, get some gems dropped on them in exchange for them doing some community service. So we do a lot of stuff like that. And then we also, it's also an extension of my studio, which is a creative home here in Atlanta, Cam Kirk Studios, which has been up for 5 years. And then in our 5 years, we've done over 25,000 appointments in Atlanta, just hosting a lot of productions, photo shoots, video shoots, events, whatever the creative community here in Atlanta needs. We're kind of been their home. So the Cam Kirk Foundation is my newest venture, but it's one I'm really, really excited about.
And Cam, you mentioned you're from Atlanta?
I'm
Or
originally
you,
from Maryland. I've been here going on 16 years now. I came here in 2007 to attend Morehouse College. The city embraced me, and I just kind of fell in love with it. Haven't looked back.
and what inspired you to start, Cam Kirk Studios?
What inspired me to start Cam Kirk Studios was honestly, I was a photographer at that time for about 4 or 5 years. And, quite frankly, I knew I needed a home base. I needed a place that felt comfortable, safe, and that I felt that I could create out of and take my career to the next level. And quite frankly, I knew if I needed it, there was a slew of other photographers, creators, content creators that needed something similar. So the cool thing about Cam Kirk Studios, what I did was I took like a different approach in creating a creative space. So a lot of times if you would go to a production studio, it's usually like a really big warehouse. It's kind of emptied out, it's kind of hollowed out, and you kind of bring your own energy and creativity into it. Well, in our space, we made it more user friendly. So our space actually has creativity almost baked inside of it. You come into a space that's already filled with inspiration, books, magazines, all types of things that you can just take into artwork. And then we made the actual photo shoot experience really easy because it comes with your personal assistant in order to do it. So we've been able to really work with a lot of photographers who some of them is their very first photo shoot, and they're able to come to our studio and still make magic because of the way we have it set up and the way we make it user friendly. So it's been really special, but I wanted to really just break down all the barriers of entry for someone wanting to get into the creative field. And that's what we provide at Cam Kirk Studios.
And what has the feedback been from photographers like yourself or just the general public?
It's been amazing. I mean, we're still a young company. We just celebrated 5 years not too long ago, but we've done over 25,000 appointments in 5 years. So we average about 400 to 500 appointments inside of our space per month. So the feedback has been incredible. I like to think that's probably one of the most booked studios in the world with numbers like that. And we're operating honestly out of a 2,000 square foot space inside of a building downtown Atlanta. So the feedback has been incredible. I've over the years have seen some of my photographers within the community go from, like I said, some of their first photo shoots inside our studio to shooting album covers, magazine covers, global campaigns. So it's been an amazing experience. And like I said, I'm most proud of the fact that we reached the highs and the lows. We've had, again, local community artists, artists that are just starting out, photographers that are just starting out. And on the flip side, we've had people as big as Missy Elliott. We've had Samuel Jackson use our studio. We've had Showtime, Forbes, so many major corporations, Nike, Adidas, Puma. All these people have actually used the studio as well. So I love the fact that I'm able to create an environment that can service, premium quality um, clientele like at a very, very high global level. And I can also offer those same resources to someone in Atlanta's community who's just starting out. It's the same backdrops, it's the same equipment, it's the same square foot of space. So that's what I love about it. It just kind of breaks all barriers of entry. You're literally shooting in the same place that Little Baby shot his album cover in one day. You're shooting in the same place that this Nike campaign was done at with the same resources. So that's what makes it special.
And are you guys doing anything special for Black History Month?
I like to believe like everything we're doing is Black history. So as a Black owned business, I don't go out of my way to like make a extra emphasis on Black History Month because I feel like it's our duty to do it every single day. But every month we do roll out special campaigns or promotions or things that just get our audience excited about what's happening. So we do have some plans for some merch releases and some exciting content that's going to kind of center around just celebrating who we are, our history, and our legacy here in America.
Awesome, awesome. And tell us what sets Cam Kirk Studios apart from any other studio here in the city of Atlanta.
Yeah, what I like to say is, well, number one, I want to say I'm a big fan of anybody who wants to try to fill the void or fill the gaps here. So I don't look at anything we do in the form of a competition. I look at it as all of us coming together and providing more resources and opportunity. But one of the experiences that you'll get that's different than most other studios is we actually care about what you create here at our studio. It's not just a rent it by the hour, we'll come back and check on you, when your time is up. We actually are in the process, in the weeds with you. Our clientele and our clientele gets to work directly with our staff. So you can come in with a reference photo and say, hey, I want to achieve this look today. And our team is there to actually help you do that. Whereas a lot of other studios, no knock to them, it's just a different business model. They more so give you your space to create and let you do your thing. We kind of create a more community vibe where you come there and you can get support, you can ask advice, you can lean on someone. And then also what makes our studio special and unique is it's a mixture of also like a co-working space. So in one of our main studio areas, there are two photo shoots going on at the exact same time inside of that space for two different clientele. So one of the reasons why I did that was I know how lonely it can be on this journey as a content creator, as a creative in general, taking an alternate route in a career path. I did that myself. I know how isolated you can feel when maybe some of your other friends or family members are encouraging you to get a regular 9 to 5 or a traditional job. Sometimes it's good to know that you're not alone on that journey and someone else in the same room with you is doing something in that same space and they're creating and you're able to network and build with them as well. So that's the energy of why we have it like kind of co-working where it's like you can network and build with others and find encouragement enough to know that you're not in it by yourself.
Good stuff. I like that. And maybe what kind of impact do you want your work to have on people or, as you mentioned, upcoming, content creators and photographers, that sort of thing?
I mean, like I said, my main goal is just to leave Atlanta better than I got it. I feel like that's kind of my responsibility and my duty to the city that embraced me. I'm coming from an out of town. They didn't have to accept me or welcome me in. But so as a result, I've been able to build a great life for myself here in Atlanta. So I feel like it's only right that I do my part to make sure anybody else coming in Atlanta can share within the resources and share within some of the success that I've achieved. So my goal is to honestly just leave Atlanta better than I received it, and just to play my part and giving back to a city that has made so many of us successful, that has changed so many of our lives. My goal is just to pay it back. So with our studio, we want to continue to plant our flag here. We have no intentions on abandoning the city. When we reach a certain level of success, we plan to stay right here and continue to be a resource for the community however they need us.
And where can people find Cam Kirk Studios downtown?
Yeah, you can find Cam Kirk Studios downtown. We are located on Forsyth Street. The biggest landmark, I would say, we're literally across the street from Magic City. So if you like to go there for the wings and all that, make sure you stop by across the street. We're here at Cam Kirk Studios in that building. So that's where we're at, downtown Atlanta. And you can find us online, camkirkstudios.com, to really get into all the programming and cool stuff that we do.
All right, so you heard it right there. If you're downtown, right across the street from Magic City, there, uh, check them out. I'm sure they have some interesting stuff inside, right, Cam?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. A lot of artwork, a lot of inspiration, and a lot of love, more importantly.
Good stuff. And your social media handles too. Go ahead and tell us those.
Yeah, you can find the company Cam Kirk Studios on Instagram, socials, anywhere. It's at Cam Kirk Studios. And you can connect directly with me. It's at the Cam Kirk. So Cam Kirk.
All right, Cam, we appreciate it so much. Thanks for joining us here.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate that.
All right, anything else you like to add?
Now, I just want to say, man, keep doing what you're doing. Media here in Atlanta and coverage is very important. It's necessary, and salute to you for doing the work. We need it. So I appreciate you.
Absolutely. All right, guys, and there you just heard from Cam Kirk, the founder of Cam Kirk Studios and Cam Kirk Foundation. Kirk tells me he recently just joined the Impact Council for Footwear and Lifestyle called the Athlete's Foot. Now, in this particular group, he will be able to help build programs for students who are looking to go to college and live healthier lives. Now, if you missed the first part of this interview, you can always go back and watch it under this story on our Atlanta News First website and through our Atlanta News First mobile app. Thanks for joining us.